Real Madrid. Diomande is about to be introduced, and so too Cucurella. Two new signings, $63 million, Cucurella, $144 million, Diomande. They have splashed the cash.
Not sure that Goulet's going to be too happy about that. He's the player that has made way for Diomande.
That is a bit of a surprise because he was kind of running the operations for Real Madrid today. Cucurella only had 29 minutes of action since the World Cup final. Dolan. Got a good cross in, and Canati gets it away. I tell you what, that Exposito is having quite a game in that midfield, isn't he, for Espanyol, running things.
Yeah, they've often found that extra man in midfield. It's caused Real Madrid a few problems. Riedel, the centre half, one of the players to make way.
Rafael Bauza, 21-year-old central midfield player, coming on, and so too Vanja Drusic, who won the title in Russia last season with Zenit St. Petersburg. He's a Slovenian international, played in the Euros. He'll go into the back four. I think because Riedel's on a yellow, isn't it?
Yeah.
That probably a smart piece of thinking by Manolo there. Well, can Real Madrid pass the audition? I think that's kind of where we are in this game, because everybody's going to write a verdict piece on Jose Mourinho's first game back.
It's certainly not been the perfect performance. It was the perfect first 20 minutes for them. All their key players were playing well. Good goal from Bellingham. They were closing the ball down, winning it back in good areas. Dominated midfield. No real threat from Espanyol, but that's all changed.
Bernardo Silva. Valverde, what is Cucurella's first involvement? Vinicius again looking to take on Al Hilali. Bellingham. Nicked away from Bellingham that time. Valverde's won it back again. That's a good bit of pressure. Now Diomande, star for the Ivory Coast at the World Cup, and a lot of clubs fighting for his signature. Real got it. I think PSG, apart from Liverpool, were another club who were in for him at one point anyway. Bellingham again. Getting Diomande involved. Good looking ball in. Vinicius, so dangerous when he cuts in like that, onto the right foot. Cucurella. And they got the foot in, which is what they were looking for. Espanyol, everybody back. Every Espanyol touch being cheered to the rafters by their fans, who are very much enjoying the performance their team are putting on here. Al Hilali with the cross in too far for Roberto Fernandes, who goes down, looks up hopefully at the referee. Exposito. The whistle had already gone.
Yeah, foul on Vinny Jr. Again, really good play, and it was started by the player that started really poorly, Urco Gonzalez. Here's the last bit of play. He knew he was underneath it. Roberto tried to suggest that Canate had given him a little nudge. He wants his team to start passing it around a bit more.
Kylian Mbappe. Brilliant. Can he finish it? Again, great defending. Duric did well there, the guy who's just come on at the back. Bowser was muscled out of it in the middle of the pitch. Looking for one magic moment, Real Madrid. Vinicius. That wasn't it.
End product, that's what's needed from Vinny Jr. That's what his manager will want. He's got the pace, he's got the trickery. Can there be an end product? Not on that occasion.
The task is a big one for Jose Mourinho, because I think the Real Madrid fans, after not winning the title 2 years running, will expect it to be delivered this season. And Barcelona aren't going to get worse. Well, you wouldn't think so, though. They kind of need a centre forward.
Yeah, that's the only thing missing, isn't it, for Barcelona? Certainly need a fit Rafinha as well. That has to be the requirement for Mourinho and these Real Madrid players. They have to win La Liga. Anything else would be a failure.
Even second, which is where they've finished in 4 of the last 7 seasons. Last 20 minutes. This is not the match we thought we were going to see as we witnessed what unfolded in the first 20 minutes. Far from it. Nelson's ball, Mbappe to Bellingham. Vinicius. Starting to cause some havoc again. They got the block in. Did really well, didn't he? Duric.
He's an aggressive defender. See why they made the change. Riedel had been beaten for pace a couple of times. He's got a yellow card.
It's the former Bournemouth man, Dean Howson. He'll be looking forward to the game coming up soon against Malaga. He grew up on the south coast of Spain, supporting that club. And they are soon to visit the Bernabeu. Good to see them back in the top flight, I have to say. Now then, Diomande. Bellingham. Diomande again. They are finding it hard to break down this defence, which has been brilliantly marshalled by Unai Nunez.
That was a good little ball played down the side. I'm not sure that Dumfries was quite ready for it. He got there eventually. I don't think he read the pass Diomande was going to play.
Ought to be the goalkeepers. He's made a bit of a meal of it. Vinicius. tired legs out there now, I fancy.
Both sets of players.
Yeah.
It's a lazy cross from Vinicius Junior. Had plenty of time to whip it into the box. Took too long. Espanyol going to make another couple of substitutions by the looks of it.
11:05 at night, that's the local time here, past the bedtime of quite a lot of the youngsters who are here, but of course they have that siesta, don't they, early in the day, like you do.
Oh dear. And yourself, I think, was the case today.
I definitely need it. This had already gone. Didn't stop Hernandez having a pop at goal from his own half.
Handball given.
Yeah.
There's that little ball played down the side. A big chunk of turf came out. As we were walking around the ground, you noticed quite early on that the grass was quite long for a football pitch.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't be long in your garden, but quite long. It looked longer than you were seeing at the World Cup, for sure.
Urco Gonzalez, one of the players to come off.
Yeah.
Lozano and Nia coming on.
Yeah, Paul Lozano. Here's Konate. That's the change we expected. Nia, who's 33, has got a couple of career goals, by the way, against Real Madrid. And Lozano will come and play in the middle of the park. Made his debut in the 3rd division about a decade ago. Bernardo Silva, it opened up for him, well, nearly did. He thought about the shot. He might have wished he did that, because Al Hilali was able to get that one away. I think a point for Real Madrid would get an underwhelming reaction.
With the performance as well that they've put in over the course of the game. Oh, he just got it away in time there, Jude Bellingham.
Valverde. Vinicius. Again, Drusic with a good challenge. Corner kick, but it's getting late. Barcelona in action tomorrow on ABC and the ESPN app, away to Elche. Coverage beginning 3 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2 and the ESPN app. Bernardo Silva, this time Bellingham can't get a header away.
Camavinga being spoken to by Jose Mourinho.
Diomande. Good break here. Oh, and off the outside of the post from Valverde. That close.
If there was a player you'd love this to fall to, it's Valverde. Running onto it, edge of the box, on the half volley. Controls it well, uses the inside of his foot. Goalkeeper was beaten. He's very unlucky that doesn't creep in. Good technique, good decision of technique from that man there, Valverde.
The post comes to the rescue of Espanyol. Bellingham. Mbappe, one-on-one for a moment. This could be it. Great block, Al Hilali. They've been heroic back there today, Espanyol. Bellingham down the channel, Mbappe kept it alive. Diomande. It's a blue and white striped wall, isn't it? Valverde again carries on with his run. Mbappe can't quite find him, and now a break's on. Roberto Fernandez makes a bit of a mess of it, in truth. Dolan I wonder whether the referee was trying to wave play on, bring the game back, or what here.
That's what he gave the foul for.
Yeah.
He was quite right to give the foul, but Real Madrid took it from the wrong position. And he saw that they wanted to put on 3 subs, so he blew his whistle again.
Camavinga coming on, Trent Alexander-Arnold as well for Real Madrid, and Carlos Espy, who's arrived from Levante, where he scored 11 goals in 25 matches. 2 pre-season goals for him as well, so that's something else they're just going to try. Trent looks like he's going to be used in a fairly forward area.
Bellingham, one of the players to come off, Dumfries another, and Bernardo Silva.
So we're seeing all the new signings, but it's still 1-1. And that scoreline wasn't really in the Real Madrid pre-match script.
You sense that Espanyol are just getting a bit tired, though. A bit more desperate with their defending.
And there's still, well, probably in reality with the added time, about a quarter of an hour of this left, which is quite a long time when the legs and the minds are starting to weary. Mia let it run. It's Pere Mia again, and just lets that run out of play.
It looks as though Espy's going to play right up front with Kylian Mbappe. It's a front partnership. Yeah, Mande on the right-hand side, Vinny on the left. As you said, it looks as though Alexander-Arnold's almost playing through an inside right position at times, the runs he's made so far.
See if he can pick a perfect ball. Wide of the post in the end, no problem that time. Espanyol get that nearer as Espy tried his luck.
Good set-up play from Espy. Oh, Mbappe tries to cut across it, got it all wrong.
Camavinga under some pressure from Bauza. Free kick goes the way of Espanyol, who might just use the time to just calm things down a little. They've had to work hard last 10-15 minutes defending.
That's been the problem with Camavinga on too many occasions. He overruns the ball, then he has to commit a foul as he tries to win it back.
You get the feeling, if they got the right offer for Camavinga, he might be a player they would let go, because he's been something of a bit part player, really. Exposito with the free kick now for Espanyol. Bouncing around dangerously, it fell on that back post, and the referee has given a free kick. Drusic, I think, up there supporting the attack, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the assistant gave offside on the far side of the pitch. So just off that first ball played, you can see he's just offside. Probably offside on the second one as well.
Yeah. Mia. Esposito looking to drop one in behind for Roberto Fernandes, who's fighting a bit of a lone battle up there now. Canate looking fit and strong, but he's run into trouble there. Well done by Bauza, who won it back. Pere Mia. Bauza. Alilali. That final ball lacked the quality they needed.
Yellow card.
For Exposito, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
For the challenge. He has had a good game. He looks a good player.
Yeah, he certainly has. does he win the ball here? You can't see from that angle. He felt as though he did. He did win the ball, but he probably got a bit of Vinicius Junior first. That's what the referee saw.
Trent Alexander-Arnold linking with his old Liverpool teammate Konate. Got a lot of abuse when he left Anfield. That says he always loves the club. Mbappe couldn't find Espy, who was in space. If that ball had been right, Real Madrid could have cashed in.
There wasn't quite enough pace on it, was there, from Mbappe? Lovely little flick round the corner. He gets himself in.
Here's Tyree stolen. Mia wanted it fed in. Dolan goes the other way instead. Play on, says the referee. Dolan. And this time a foul is given against him. Well, that was a little bit frustrating, I think, for his fellow attackers who were just waiting for that ball to be played in. Particularly Mia.
Well, I thought it was interesting because I've spoken a lot about Alexander-Arnold's lack of defensive quality in 1v1 situations. Dolan has played well. He didn't make the most of it. It was well defended by Alexander-Arnold on that occasion.
Alexander-Arnold, he is a pass master. Diomande. Could he prove a match winner late on here for Real Madrid? He's done some good work there. Nunez is there once again. Then we get Real Madrid in action again on Wednesday against Real Sociedad at home at the Bernabeu. Coverage 2:30 Eastern on ESPN Deportes and the ESPN app. Howson. Tired ball, really. Lucky didn't surrender possession. Dolan probably should have cut that out.
That hasn't pleased Jose Mourinho. That hasn't done Alexander-Arnold any favours, that's for sure.
That looked like an expression of faint disgust, didn't it? Maybe more than faint. Joffrey, who usually plays out on the right side of midfield, sometimes left.
There's Posito, the player, coming off. He's had a good game.
Yeah. Just picked up a booking, so they don't want to go down to 10 or have him banned, because he is very much their key midfield player, of which there are quite a few in Spain, as you saw at the World Cup, and quite a lot before that too. So Joffrey is on, just a fresh pair of legs. Gets involved straight away down that side. There's signs here that Espanyol could have a pretty good season, I'd say.
Yep. Look to be well organised. They've got to play with a bit of confidence. They've never been a real threat, but they've at times dominated the ball.
Last season they won 6 of their first 9 home games, and then only 1 of the last 10. Down goes Espy, little theatrically, quickly got up again. Mia brings it forward here. Here's Dolan. Espanyol still believe. Konate got it away. House's challenge left Mia in a bit of a heap. He quickly gets up again. Nobody wants to have to go off for a minute. Not in this situation. Late in the game, clinging on to what would be a pretty precious point. Lozano, one of the substitutes on the ball here. Joffre inside. But can Real Madrid steal this late? That's what good teams do. In matches like this, they find a way to win. It would be tough on Espanyol if that was to happen, but it could. Vinicius. Well, it was a pretty clear attempt to win a free kick, which nobody was buying. Mia lost out.
Well, the crowd are screaming that that's the second time that Vinny Jr. has gone down to the ground early to win a free kick and should be booked.
He wasn't. Lozano to hook it away, up by the impressive Nunez, who's probably given a man of the match performance back there. Diomande. Mbappe. If anyone can win it, he might. He still could do as well. And they've got the goal they're looking for. Real Madrid. Espi strikes, gets his first La Liga goal for the club and has probably won it. With the clock saying 90 minutes.
Just watch his composure. It looked as though Mbappe was going to get there. He had the ball taken off of him, but Espi was on hand, and he still had a bit of work to do.
That is a heartbreaker for Espanyol, who do deserve something from this game, but Real Madrid were clinical there. They had a chance, and the new signing took it.
Diomande started it off. This is when Mbappe tries to go down the outside of the defender. But he does well with the first touch, a good second touch, takes it away from the goalkeeper. But he's still got to keep his head here. And he lifts it beyond the player on the line. Really good finish from Espi.
And that looks like it might be worth 3 points for Jose Mourinho on his return to the Real Madrid dugout after 13 years away. At a point when he probably could already see tomorrow's headlines saying that it had been a disappointing Real Madrid display. But we were saying that's what top teams do, find a way. That's what Real did there.
He will be praised for playing with two up front. Mbappe and Espi, that's what they've done the last 20 minutes.
Mia won't bounce for him.
Certainly stunned the crowd inside this stadium. They can't believe their side have played well, they've battled hard, they look like hanging on. Not going to be the case by the looks of it.
It's a story you've seen unfold many, many times. Drusic. They need to play or throw players forward here, Espanyol, and get the ball into that penalty area. No hope. Drusic. Joffre with the cross in. Good bit of work that. Zal Hilali who'd got forward, I beg your pardon, down that right-hand side. Didn't keep it in play. And Real Madrid, I was going to say they can take their time with the throw, but these days you can't. Got to be taken, otherwise you get the signal from the referee. And the other team get the throw instead. Looks like being 7 wins in the last 8 clashes between these two clubs for Real Madrid. Some disappointed Espanyol fans. I think the consolation for them is it looks like they've got a useful side this season. I don't think they'll be in trouble down towards the bottom.
Yeah, they've put in a good performance today. They've worked hard. They've threatened Real Madrid for that second part of the second half. They've been quite so good in the second half. They defended well. Haven't posed so many problems. If they continue to play with the same sort of spirit, the same sort of tactical understanding, they'll be okay this year.
Hinojo. Bowser. Not really accurate enough.
And that is it.
That's it. It's a winning return for Jose Mourinho. 3 points in the bag, 3 very hard-earned points, and they left it very, very late indeed. But new signing Carlos Espy came up with the winner as the clock ticked round to 90 minutes. Jude Bellingham got the first. Espanyol got a deserved equaliser and really gave Real Madrid a run for their money. There's still work to do, but the unsavoury headlines that might have been won't be. It's a 2-1 win for Real Madrid.